Good evening, YouTube.
Hello.
It's Ian and Jane. We're at the Edinburgh Fringe. This time is 24 minutes past 7. We've just seen our second show of the day, which might be our last. We haven't quite decided. We're having a bit of a slower day today because every day has been pretty much full on, hasn't it? But and this was an evening without Kate Bush. Now, the reason we went to this is because we went to this lady's, Sarah-Louise Young, and we went to her other show, which we've reviewed and you can see down below, called The Silent Treatment, which we loved. We thought she was amazing, and we thought, well, let's go and see her do Kate Bush. So I'll give you the little synopsis bit first. It says, Howl with, excuse me, Howl with the hounds and dance on the moors. Kate's not there, but you are. Following its sold-out 2019 Fringe premiere, touring and a Soho Theatre season, the smash hit award-winning show returns. Sarah-Louise Young and Russell Lucas paid glorious homage to the music, fans and the mythology of one of the most influential voices in music. You don't need to be a Kate Bush fan to be transported into something very special. And well, that was it really. I mean, you know, she asked us who were the super fans, or what was it? What they call the fishes.
The fish.
I didn't know this. I mean, I am a Kate Bush fan, and I always have been, but not a super fan. I didn't know that they were called the fishes because of a record label. No, we didn't know that. And there were obviously people in there that were almost being dragged along because, you know, who were not necessarily Kate Bush fans, but everybody was included. It was brilliant.
It was practically packed out.
Yeah.
And it wasn't just Sarah standing there just singing. I mean, there was
it's not a tribute act in the traditional sense.
So much more than that.
Yeah, it's a real piece of theatre.
Because she told stories about Kate Bush, and like Ian said, you know, she went round the audience and spoke to a couple of people, and then through the show, she invited some of those people she'd met onto the stage for various reasons, which we don't need to go into. But it was non-threatening, and it was just great
Absolutely
fun.
Delightful.
And her voice is amazing.
Yeah, she's absolutely superb. And she's incredibly funny.
Yeah.
I mean, she had a fantastic rapport with us. I don't know how big the tent is. It was in the Assembly George Square Gardens Piccolo tent. But like I say, pretty much full. But she had us all waving and singing along,
doing backing vocals.
Yeah, it was fantastic.
And then at the end she ran up the stairs, and then when we got out, she's doing selfies with people, and loads of people were waiting just because they wanted to speak to her. And I had a Kate Bush story, but there were just too many people in.
Well, tell because Sarah-Louise may see this, so tell people the Kate Bush story.
Okay. Sorry, building it into something it is not. I went out of the country in beginning of January 1978, came back. I went to Italy for 3 months and came back at the end of March that year. And suddenly in the charts was this woman called Kate Bush doing Wuthering Heights. And she wasn't there in the beginning of January, and when I came back, she was and that I've never forgotten that.
Because he went to number 1, I think, didn't it?
I think it was number 1 because I'm thinking, what?
Top of the charts.
What is this? Wuthering Heights.
She was everywhere.
Yeah, it was
brilliant. But you'd never heard of her.
I'd never heard of her.
That's brilliant. That's absolutely fantastic.
Yep.
Yeah, definitely worth. Like I say, I don't do normal tribute acts, and this is not a tribute act. This is a fantastic. It's down as cabaret and variety. in the Fringe programme, but it's a fantastic piece of theatre, and she's absolutely brilliant.
Yeah.
And in fact, we won't get a chance because we're coming to our end of our Fringe Odyssey, but she does another show about Julie Andrews, and I'd like to see that as well.
I would like to see that.
Because I think it's Truly Madly Julie, I think it's called.
Right.
Don't quote me on that. Anyway, I just loved it. I thought it was brilliant. There was nothing not to like.
No, absolutely nothing not to like.
It's on every night from 5 to 6, 17:55. It's on right the way through to the 29th. The only day she's not doing is Mondays, which is the 22nd. The price is £14.50 full price, £13.50 concession. And I mean, she's working incredibly hard if she's doing 3 shows.
Amazing.
I mean, I don't know if she's doing that every day, but the fact that she's doing 3 shows,
I know,
it's
phenomenal.
It's enough when you're doing 2 shows, I think. So she's incredibly hard working.
She's very watchable.
It's not she's changing costumes, she's dancing, she's doing all that. She's really researched it really well, actually, because she's doing bits. I thought you probably didn't notice, but bits of videos.
Oh right, I didn't get that.
Yeah, there's little bits of, and all of that sort of stuff. When she put the mac on and the hat, I thought she was going to do them heavy people. No, she didn't, but she was doing little bits of that. So that if you've seen the videos,
right, okay,
you'll pick up on those little bits, which is actually quite clever. It's brilliant. An interesting thing happened just at the beginning where we were sat down and some people came in after us and they brought food in, and one of the guys putting people to their seats said, "You're not allowed to eat in here," which we've been at other things where. And the one that comes to mind was when we did the Leighton Live, somebody brought a full thing of fish and chips in. And I'm sorry, you don't bring that sort of stuff into venues.
No.
What makes you think it's okay to do that?
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's actually quite disrespectful for what you're about to see,
True.
I mean, obviously you're allowed to bring drinks in, they're all brought in and all that sort of stuff, but don't bring your fish and chips in, or your wrap or whatever it was, But anyway, that's just an aside. So a bit more etiquette from certain people. Anyway, doesn't detract from the show. How many stars?
4.
4 from me too. I thought she was brilliant. Well done, Sarah-Louise. Fantastic.
Brilliant.
We'll see you soon. We got a bit more of a fuller day today. I think there's about at least 4 or 5 shows tomorrow.
There are.
Yeah. So we may decide not to do another one tonight, but we'll see. But if not, we'll see you tomorrow.
Cheers. Bye.
See you later. Bye bye.